1019 KACQ.
Good afternoon. I'm Casey Chapman here with your local Lampasas area news. This newscast is service of Hall Power Ranch and Supply. It was another easy day for LPD yesterday. All was quiet throughout the overnight hours all the way through lunch. Officers started off in the 2 o'clock hour yesterday afternoon tracking down a reckless driver reported in the 1500 block of East 3rd. And were sent out to check on a suspicious person at Hart Lane. A theft was reported in the 200 block of West Avenue B, and officers rolled out to Naruna Road on a traffic hazard. They wrapped up their day checking out a suspicious vehicle in the 900 block of Broad late last night. No arrests were made by the city, and the burn ban has been lifted until the first week of May. Stick around, more Lampasas local area news is coming up next.
Ran into an old friend the other day, lives in a town about 40 miles from here. Hadn't seen him in a long time, glad to renew the acquaintance. After talking old times for a while, I asked him why he was in town. Said he came here every so often, mostly to go to Hoff Power's Ranch and Supply to pick up feed or renew his feed contract. Really, I says, do they treat you right? Oh yeah, he says, I check around on prices here and there, and they're right on down there on cattle feed, especially if you contract it. Store inside's pretty good too, he says. Get your blue jeans or a pair of boots if you need them. Better selection of clothes and ranch stuff too than you can find around here anywhere. Pretty good recommendation, I thought. Off Powers Ranch and Supply.
City Council met last night. Lampasas Radio's Eric Lambert was there and reported that Lampasas Fire Chief Jess Smith stated that the county is currently receiving 200 doses of the vaccine per week from Bell County to the Family Medical Clinic in Rawlinsbrook. Chief Smith recommended calling the hospital to request your name be added to a vaccine waiting list. He cautioned, though, that upwards of 1,000 people are already on that list, and it will take time to cycle everyone through. As far as the school district goes, the teachers have been added to a priority recipient list. The district plans to vaccinate 110 teachers in the coming weeks. For complete details and other topics on last night's council meeting, pick up a copy of today's radiogram. County commissioners met yesterday for their regular session. Lampasas Radio's Scott Childress with the details.
Lomeda School District was approved for $20,117 of CARES Act funds for reimbursement for COVID-related expenses. Invoices were verified by the county clerk. The Spring Hoe Festival is on and will be held from July 5th to the 11th, 2021. It will include carnival, live music, kiddie fishing, derby, pet parade, craft fair, and more. More information regarding events can be found at springhoe.com. Sheriff Ramos is expected that by the end of the month, the transfer to the new facility will be complete. This is Scott Childress, Lampasas Radio News.
Although the mask mandate expires at midnight tonight, if you have business in Poppers Cove, the city will continue to require the wearing of face coverings for people 10 years and older, while inside the city facilities when 6 feet of social distancing is not possible. Public meetings will continue to be broadcast both by phone and Zoom, and seating will be limited. At the start of the pandemic, some Texas churches were shuttered to prevent spread of the virus. That's launched a backlash. Michael Board explains.
A bill that would prevent the state from closing churches is one of the first pieces of legislation that's now gone up for debate at the state legislature. A long string of religious leaders testified this week, including Lana Nimri of the Arabic Christian Church of Houston.
Why was closing the church on top of their priority while they left liquor stores, strip clubs open?
The bill amends the state's Religious Freedom Act to shield churches from emergency orders. Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick has made this a priority issue. Michael Board, TSN News.
Preventing social media sites like Twitter and Facebook from censoring conservative speech is the goal that legislation rolled out at the state capitol. TSN's Austin Bureau Chief Chris Fox reports the bill would provide legal resources for Texans kicked off the sites for posting their religious or political beliefs.
State Senator Brian Hughes' bill would allow Texans to file suit against social media sites that block them and provides the Attorney General's office to argue the case.
Their practices primarily limit and remove conservative speech, but I want to stress this. The concern is about free expression of ideas and having a debate, having an exchange.
Tech industry representative Steve Del Bianco of NetChoice argued the bill actually violates First Amendment rights.
Despite their ubiquity and their role as a public-facing forum, the court said it is private. It is not public, and it is not subject to First Amendment scrutiny.
In Austin, Chris Fox, TSN News.
In sports, Lady Badger softball hits the road today against Burnett with JV at 5 and varsity at 7. District play will begin on Tuesday, the 23rd, at home against Gatesville. Badger baseball kicks off district play today, taking on Gatesville on home dirt. JV at 4:30, varsity at 7. You can catch the varsity game live on KCYL 1450 on the AM side or go online to lampasasradio.com. For your COVID-19 update, yesterday's estimated active COVID numbers around the region reported from the state shows Bell County steady at 563 active cases. According to the state, Coryell County is only reporting 104, but that number is obviously off since Coppers Cove is reporting 131 active cases inside the city limits alone. Burnett up 7 with 216, Mills down a couple with 27. San Saba still showing no active cases, and Hamilton down a couple with 13. Here locally, as of last night's council meeting, Lampasas County was reporting 15 active cases. That's actually up 5 from the previous report. 2 remain hospitalized, and the number of fatalities stands at 28. The number of total cases in the county is now at 2,063. Thank you to our viewers. We'll see you again next time. I'm Casey Chapman here with your local Lampasas area news.
1019 KACQ.